Alright, everyone come and get me! All the knights began to throw themselves at once against Goku, using their heavy swords to try to finish him off. However, none of their blows would hit Goku, because he was too agile for them. But since Goku didn't want to waste time with those knights, he would smash the heads of the knights with a single blow, leaving them totally defeated. Although after he defeated them, more of those knights would appear in front of him. However, this only motivated Goku to continue, as he wanted to see what awaited him ahead. This is going to be fun! After Goku took care of defeating the first armed knights that had appeared in his path, suddenly, even more appeared in that place. But that had only excited Goku, who began to walk slowly towards them. "That's the way I like it! Don't give up so soon!" said Goku while keeping a cheerful smile on his face, as this was getting interesting for him. The soldiers once again lunged to attack him, raising their heavy swords to try to cut him down. But Goku would simply, with the power of his aura, make the knights' attacks stop before they could impact against him. And a couple of seconds later, Goku would shatter them with a spinning kick, taking care of all of them with a single impact. "I must admit that you are persistent. Several of you keep coming." After saying that, Goku would notice something strange. It was as if there was one more presence besides the knights, but he couldn't see it directly. However, even though Goku couldn't see it, he could perceive its movements perfectly, so he quickly gave the invisible assassin a good blow. As soon as he received that blow, the assassin's ability had been deactivated, and he ended up completely knocked to the ground. The reason why he had not been able to see him at first was because that assassin was using his stealth ability, which allowed him to be imperceptible for a certain amount of time, although he could be perceived by people who had good perception, like Goku. I didn't think these gentlemen had that kind of ability as well. When Goku was about to continue on his way to the castle, suddenly the system would send him an alert that he had acquired the stealth ability after defeating the assassin. This seemed interesting to Goku, as it was an ability that could prove useful, at least if he used it correctly. But Goku would not be allowed to rest for a second, as shortly thereafter an energy attack was directed towards him. However, in just a matter of seconds, Goku reacted to that attack, easily dodging it. The one who had been responsible for that was nothing more and nothing less than a magician, which was characterized by using spells and attacking from a distance. Although it would not be the only enemy that would appear, since in a short time more assassins with stealth skills arrived, as well as archers that supported the mage from a distance. Because they knew that Goku was a powerful opponent, all the assassins present used their stealth skills at the same time to attack Goku in a coordinated manner, looking for an opening in their attacks. Meanwhile, the archers were firing arrows in case Goku tried to evade the assassin's attacks, while the mage would charge another energy flash in case all else failed. Goku felt some respect for the coordination of those enemies, but even so, he would respond in kind. "You guys fight well, so I'll show you more than just my punches." At that instant, Goku placed his hands on his head, as he was about to use one of his abilities, and in just an instant, he released a powerful flash of light, which would totally stun all the enemies before they could finish approaching him. This was because Goku had used a Kaioken ability, which served to blind the enemies. A couple of minutes later, the effect of the Kaioken would gradually fade, and the enemies would realize that Goku was not in the place, or at least they could not see him. But at that very moment, several of the assassins using the stealth ability would be hit by something they had not been able to sense, and would be instantly eliminated. After the assassins, the archers followed, who were shattered by a strong impact that had even pierced the ground. Now only the mage was left, who with his spells would realize that it was Goku who was using the stealth ability to test it against them. But as soon as he realized that, it was too late, as Goku was right in front of him and would be defeated with a single kick to the head. Now that I've just used it, I realize that this ability is more than just moving at high speed. I actually become imperceptible to those who don't have enough perception. Once all the enemies had been defeated, Goku continued walking through the castle, looking to see what lay ahead. It didn't take long, though, before he came upon a large door at the end of the castle's corridor. It was a door that looked important, so surely there must have been a stronger enemy coming through the door. That's why Goku didn't think twice and opened the door to see what kind of opponent was waiting for him. Upon entering, he would notice that there was a large room, where a completely empty throne also remained. But in addition to all that, the huge chandelier on the ceiling suddenly burst into flames, along with the other candles that were scattered throughout the room. And to top it all off, there was a knight in crimson armor who carried a large sword to defend that empty throne. Due to the system, Goku had confirmed that he was indeed stronger than the other enemies, as his ranking was different. That knight was known as Igris, the Crimson Knight. "You are the boss of this place, aren't you?" The knight, instead of answering him, simply approached Goku slowly to better appreciate him, and stopped as soon as he felt there was enough distance between them to raise his sword to point it at Goku. It was clear that he was challenging him to a duel, as he didn't plan to let it go all the way to the throne. Goku realized that the Knight Igris had more personality unlike the other knights and mages he had defeated, as he behaved like an honorable warrior. "You look like someone more interesting than the other knights, so I'll take it upon myself to make the fight last a little longer." The knight just stared intently at Goku, because he could sense that he too was a warrior who liked battle as much as he did. Therefore, he decided to make the first move, launching himself rather quickly at Goku while wielding his great sword. Goku quickly blocked his attack, which had been so powerful that it had caused the pillars in that room to be destroyed as if nothing had happened. Although that move did not have the power to damage him, Goku realized the great ability that the Knight Igris had. Besides that, with that simple move, Goku had realized how much it meant to Igris to defend that place, since he was fighting with all his ability. That was exactly why he planned to keep fighting him, to honor the way he fought. Igris retreated a little after his attack was blocked, but he would again make several thrusts with his sword, trying to hit one of his attacks against Goku. But instead of dodging them, Goku blocked with his hands each of the attacks that Igris made with his sword, which caused the place to continue to be destroyed a little more by the force of the impacts. It seemed that Igris did not plan to stop, as his will to fight was not affected at all. What he wanted was to fight with everything as long as he could stand up. Goku felt respect for the battle spirit that Igris showed, for even in the face of the difference in strength, he did not falter at all. "You don't fight badly at all. The truth is that in the dungeons I hadn't come across someone who had a great combat ability like yours. At least not until now." Goku had said that while blocking all the movements of Igris' sword, who didn't stop attacking while listening to Goku's words. A couple of seconds later, Igris raised his sword with more strength, and would give a powerful blow with the sword against Goku, but it would be blocked by the latter. The impact of such a heavy blow would send Igris flying backwards, but he would manage to cling to the floor to stop himself before crashing against one of the walls of the room. The place would be silent for a few moments, in which the Knight Igris was getting back up firmly, as he still had to continue. Goku just kept smiling while looking at the knight, as he liked his determined attitude. "You know, under other circumstances, I'm sure you would be a formidable opponent. It's a pity that our power difference is abysmal." As Goku continued to speak, he would slowly begin to raise his power, causing the surrounding debris to begin to rise. "But I feel it's unfair that you're fighting with everything while I'm holding back. So before this fight is over, let me show you more of my strength." Igris the Knight stood listening to Goku as he took a couple of steps towards him, due to the fact that he had intentions of continuing the battle. There was no doubt that Igris' will was too strong to not continue despite seeing the strength of his opponent. For that very reason, Goku decided to show him a part of his true strength, and would raise his power all at once, since he did not want to defeat Igris without him seeing what he was capable of. And almost instantly, Goku's aura gave off a strong flash on the spot, making it a little difficult to see him properly. Once that flash had faded, one could see Goku transformed into Super Saiyan, being ready to end this fight. Igris' hair was only pushed a little by the aura that Goku released, being a clear sign of how powerful the Saiyan was. "Alright, attack me with everything you've got, Igris," said Goku with a more determined tone, since this time he was planning to attack him with force. Igris didn't take long to accept that challenge, and quickly lunged with his sword, but this time he planned to use all his strength in that last attack. When he was close enough to Goku, he would give several large slashes against Goku, which were so strong and fast that they cut even the walls of the room and the pillars that remained as if they were paper, besides raising a lot of dust in the place. But Goku would come out amidst all the dust, as the cuts could be seen only bouncing off his body. Before the Knight Igris could react, he he would be received by a powerful and swift blow from Goku, who had propelled himself to hit him right in his stomach, completely destroying that area and sending Igris flying against the debris. That would leave him totally defeated, since that blow from the transformed Goku was too strong. You fought quite well, Igris. After defeating him, Goku would get more rewards that were worth quite a bit of gold, plus a special helmet that reduced all physical damage by 20% more when used, and also further increased his stats, so without hesitation, he would equip it. Although he had also received another red skill stone along with the stone to get out of the dungeon. But suddenly the system alerted him that the real mission would begin now.